Hello everybody, Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. Let's get right into it, guys. Today's story is about Jamal Menzies and Chantel Everett. Now, we've spoken quite a bit about Jamal recently because he was on The Single Life, and also Chantel as well. Now, Jamal was on The Single Life because he was dating Tim Malcolm's ex, Rebecca Rodriguez, and that relationship was pretty much a disaster, and it was also over as of 6 months ago, months before the show even started airing, and we all knew that on the internet. However, we saw, kind of how the storyline and the romance progressed, and it was a bit of a disaster. I mean, there was a lot of incompatibility between Jamal and Veronica, Jamal being about 10 years younger than Veronica and being at a very different place in his life than Veronica, just being overall, kind of immature and just kind of going with the flow, just looking to have fun. Never really understood what, Jamal and Veronica had in common outside of perhaps just lust, I guess. Maybe that's really what this was all about. But the relationship felt like a bit of a disaster to me from the get-go. I never really understood it, and I honestly still think to this day that a lot of it, if not most of this relationship, was just for the show so that both of these people could come back on the show. Chantel, on the other hand, went to Greece and was acting, kind of unhinged after her breakup from Pedro, and, at some point, not even wearing underwear in some scenes, and she's got a lot of flack for that. And also met, a Greek soccer player, and they've kind of been breaking up, but there's rumors that they're back together. Now, Chantel and Jamal have sparked rumors that perhaps they're dating. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat that we're going to debunk these rumors because I don't think there's anything to these rumors, but people are talking about this, so we're going to bring you the story, but I'm just telling you right off the bat that I don't think there's much to the story. Now, of course, we know that, Jamal has a bit of a thing for Tim's exes. So he dated Veronica, and, we saw on the Single Life Tell-All, they had a bit of a hot mic incident, but I don't believe any of that BS. I really think that this was all set up and planned. Jamal said, we hooked up a bunch of times. So Jamal and Louisa, at least according to Jamal, allegedly hooked up a bunch of times. So Jamal really has a thing for Tim's exes, it appears. But I don't even know if I fully believe that story. And Jamal and Louisa also went on record to say that there's not much going on there. They're not romantically involved at all. So fast forward to basically yesterday, and now there's rumors about Jamal and Chantel. So what's going on? Let's take a look, guys. So are Chantel Everett and Jamal Menzies dating? A photo circulating on social media has caused speculation that the Single Life co-star Chantel and Jamal might be dating. Now, speculation arises over Chantel and Jamal secretly dating after a photo together surfaces online. Chantel and Jamal have ties to different seasons of 90 Day Fiancé and past romantic entanglements. Fans debated the likelihood of a romance. So, Chantel Everett and Jamal Menzies recently appeared on season 4 of The Single Life Tell-All, but a recent photo has led to speculation that the pair might be secretly dating. Chantel and Jamal have appeared in different seasons of 90 Day Fiancé as well as different spin-offs. And, they've been romantically linked to a bunch of people throughout the years. Chantel initially appeared on season 4 of the OG 90 Day Fiancé with her then husband, Pedro Jimenez. But that marriage, of course, as you guys know, ended in 2022. Now, Jamal initially appeared on season 5. And basically, Jamal, when we first met him, and I've said this before, I think that everyone was on Team Jamal because you kind of contrast the way that Jamal was carrying himself, Jamal, 25 years old or 26, whatever he was during that season, and you contrast his behavior at the time. He seemed to be, kind of having a lot of common sense, at least when you compare him to his mom, and his mom was just all over the place. She was a super fan. She was 20-something years older than Soulja Boy, but was acting like a 13-year-old at her first Backstreet Boys concert. She was just all over the place, and she needed that kind of moral guidance to help her navigate that relationship with Soulja Boy, and Jamal provided that, and I think we all saw that at the time. However, you fast forward to just what we saw on The Single Life with Jamal, and I think that the facade has been removed. I think that, the snake has shed his skin. I've heard this comment on one of his posts, so I'm just going to use that. And basically, we saw the real Jamal exposed. He's immature. He's just there to have fun. And also, he has a bit of a nasty side to him as well, kind of just trying to poke fun at Tim Malcolm's expense. Just a little bit of nastiness as well, which, of course, as you guys know, I believe TLC producers, highly suggest to the cast members to indulge in some toxicity at the tell-all, especially if they want to come back. So I think that Jamal got the memo, Jamal and Louisa, and they did just that at the tell-all. So whenever you see these people act so kind of unhinged, toxic, and just nasty at the tell-alls, it's not just them, guys. It's also TLC that wants to promote this behavior, and so that's why we see it all the time. Personally, I'm not a fan of it, but TLC thinks that it makes for great TV, and so they're going to keep doing it. Now, so we saw what happened with Jamal, as he was trying to help his mom navigate the relationship with Soulja Boy, who was kind of very clearly using Kim at the time. And, Kim was she was infatuated with Soulja Boy, and she needed that voice of reason to kind of just put some common sense into her brain. It didn't work at first, but eventually she recently, back in January, I believe, I think it was on 90 Day Diaries, we saw her burn a photo of Soulja Boy, basically saying that this is it. It's all over for us for good. But then just a couple of days ago, or perhaps a week ago, we saw that they were reconnecting. So again, weird stuff going on with the Menzies family, but let's focus on Jamal for a second here. So speculation about Chantel and Jamal was triggered when, this Instagram account posted a photo of the two together, and they hinted that perhaps this is, a new couple, Chantel and Jamal. So this is kind of how the rumors started. And so Chantel is holding a tiny dog and wearing lounge pants and a tank top. Jamal is wearing a polo shirt and has his arms around Chantel. And the photo appears to have been taken at a restaurant or similar public place. So, some people made comments on it like, oh, I can see them together. Maybe their kids will be cute. Their body language is not showing a couple, one person said. And then Chantel and Jamal hanging out together is odd, since it was Chantel who, during the Single Life tell-all, revealed she saw Jamal hanging out with Luisa Beltran, Tim Malcolm's ex. So Chantel married Pedro from the DR on season 4. When Pedro first moved to the USA, Chantel lied to her parents and told them he was in the States on a student visa instead of a fiancé visa. Now, despite fighting constantly and struggling with all kinds of issues, really, they did eventually get married. They went on to film the unscripted, I wouldn't say that, it's definitely scripted, Family Chantel, which aired for 5 seasons, but announced her separation in 2022. So she joined the cast of The Single Life. Actually, it was right after the Family Chantel, the final season, finished. And so that's kind of what was a little shocking, is that, people that didn't follow the timeline very well, they thought that Chantel was just moving from one thing to another. Obviously, there's a huge time gap in between when they filmed the Family Chantel and what was going on The Single Life. But we saw Chantel, jump into The Single Life basically right after she, her show, The Family Chantel, aired the final season. And so people were a little shocked, and I think it was jarring to see her acting so desperate on the Greek islands just for any kind of male attention. And so she got a lot of flack for that. Now, let's take a look at the picture here with these two. So this is the picture from 90 Day Fiancé update on Instagram. And they posted this a few days ago. And we can see here, Chantel is right there. She's holding, cute dog, obviously. And Jamal, it just has his hand around her. And this is how the rumors got started, guys. So this is how easy it is for rumors to get started. And the thing is, like I said, I told you guys off the bat, I don't think there's anything to these rumors, in my opinion, simply because, like, we saw the tell-all. It didn't look like there was anything between Chantel and Jamal. I think what this is, guys, this is just they met at some kind of event. I'm not exactly sure where this is. Perhaps it was even a TLC event, because sometimes some of the couples and the cast members, they meet up for these events in New York City. And just recently, I believe they were somewhere in Arizona. I might do a video about that, because it's rumored that they are filming right now The Last Resort Season 2. It's rumored they're filming it in Arizona, so perhaps we're going to bring that video to you guys very, very soon and tell you about who is, who has been spotted there and so on and so forth. But they do these events, and so sometimes you'll see, a few cast members taking pictures together, and there is nothing more to it than that. And in my opinion here, it's very clear that this is just, two cast members just posing for a photo op. The body language doesn't really hint at much more than that to me. So, that's kind of what I have to say. But a lot of people, are convinced that this means that they're somehow a couple. So I'm going to post next to a tree tomorrow and see if y'all will say that's my new girlfriend. And then he says, waits for F-boy comments. Then that's Jamal Menzies right there. Jamal is trying hard to stay on TLC's payroll. He's just going to be hooking up and dating every cast member. I have no doubt that Jamal would do just that if he could. I think he would. Absolutely. Is Jamal the town bicycle? Everyone gets a ride. Their body language is not showing a couple. Chantel wants a guy ready to settle down and have babies, and that sure isn't Jamal. I think that comment right there hits the nail on the head. And also there's rumors that she's still somehow involved with Giannis, the Greek soccer player. So I don't know how that works out, but I do think that Chantel is ready. She's also at a different stage in her life than Jamal. She's ready to settle down. So I don't really see this being a couple that works out. Oh my God, I thought that was Ashley from RHOP. At first, Louisa is beautiful, but seems to DTF. Maybe that's the red flag Tim was avoiding. Jamal's trying way too hard. Desperate vibes. Think Jamal goes both ways. Somebody else says they're trying so hard to put Jamal out there. Come on, 90 Day. He lives with his mom and doesn't have a job and acts like a 5-year-old. Perfect material for this show. So, guys, that's it. There is nothing more to it than basically that, guys. But I just wanted to address these rumors because people have been talking, and so I wanted to bring to you guys this video. So, in my opinion, obviously Jamal denies the rumors there. So he commented on the photo, and I don't see Jamal and Chantel being compatible. I don't know what you guys think about that. You can let me know in the comment section down below. Now, as you guys know, with Jamal, it would have surprised me if Jamal and Chantel come out tomorrow and they say, oh, well, we hooked up a bunch of times because, just weird stuff seems to happen when Jamal is around. So honestly, I feel like we're talking too much about Jamal Menzies, and I'm not even sure. Do you guys even like these videos about Jamal? I'm not even sure about that. But you let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Do you guys think there's a chance Chantel and Jamal will make a good couple? I don't see it, but you guys will let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Do you guys want to see Jamal Menzies come back on the show? And what about Chantel? Now, we know that the family Chantel is over. Would you guys like to see Chantel come back on a future season of the show as well? Let me know what your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hope you guys did enjoy this update about these two. Please give the video a big thumbs up. If you did, hit that subscribe button down below for more content right here on the channel, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care.